Welcome and to our channel Asianet Newsable. So my first question is, we hail from Coorg and in Karnataka and settled in the US. Please tell us about your life you were spent in the state of Karnataka, and then after that you shifted to US. It's not so. Please share.
Thank you so much for inviting me to talk to your neighborhood. Right. And yes, I was born in Coorg. And with a focus, we had a coffee estate. A lot of Coorgis, we lived in either Mysore or Bangalore. So I was educated in Mysore and college in Bangalore, and I also studied in Bombay. So when I was in Bombay, I won an intercollegiate beauty contest, which changed my life. And that took me, I got modeling offers, and I got a movie offer, I got a stage play offer, and I also got a offer at the airlines, for Hong Kong Airlines. So this was extremely a very crucial turning point because I was only 18, 19 years old, just after college. So I chose the airlines because I really wanted to travel the world, meet all kinds of people. And then I thought modeling will always be there. And I think I made the right choice because, when I went and joined the airlines as a 19-year-old girl from India, it isn't the lessons you learn. You learn about the wine, you learn about Ashanti, where the country is, you learn about French cuisine, you learn about meeting different people. So it was like a teaching of the world that you learn about 19 years old. And so after that, I lived in Hawaii for a while, and all the while I was modeling because somehow it always came to me, modeling, world job, always they offered me. So I did it. And then finally when I lived in Hawaii was very small. So I went to New York, and I was modeling in New York. I was working for Bergdorf-Goodman. And I also did a lot of things, marketing, and I was in the fashion world. And the Indian designers, when they came to America, they would want me to model for them. So they're called and landed in me.
What motivated you to become a Buddhist nun?
Yes, I think the motivation was my foundation in India. India's been spiritual. In our house in Coorg, every day when you get up in the morning, you light a diya, you offer prayers. And when you go to sleep, you offer prayers. There's so many festivals devoted to, so many gods. And it is we have spirituality in our hearts. But when I went to New York, even though it's very glamorous, it's very materialistic, it gives a woman a lot of confidence and independence, financial independence, to have a lot of opportunities. So for 5 years, I enjoyed my life as a model. I was also doing a job as in, marketing, advertising, and I had traveled to all kind of, different places to model. But then after 5 years, my aunt, was calling me to really, it was like I went to a very wonderful happening party. I came home and I was taking off my makeup, and I said to my girl, who are you? That question always comes when you look at the mirror. And that moment changed everything. And I asked myself, what is the purpose of my life? Now I go back when I was only in my early 20s, my mother passed away. And she was very young. She was only 53 years old. And when she passed away, after her passing, we had to cremate her body. And what happened then was, after the cremation, my mother was larger than life. All you get is a handful of pasties. And when I looked at it, that was a moment of awakening. Because we came from a wonderful family. She had lots of people in her home helping, jewelry, clothes, everything that she wished for, she had. But she couldn't take anything with her. We had to live everything like it. But that moment also was a learning,
So you were a top model in the United States, and its spirituality is totally different. So how challenging do you find this new life?
So when I lived in New York, it was a longing to have that foundation that what I had in India, the spiritual foundation. And, that question, what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? What is the purpose? I will die. Like my mother, I'll take nothing. But, by then I was connecting shoes, clothes, handbag, in the touristic just everybody was wearing the noticed outfit, But my heart then turned, and one day I really prayed, please let me find an authentic master, a teacher. And that shifted because then my New Year's resolution let me go to and start meditation. In 2008, I started meditation. I went to a very beautiful center, which was run by the Tibetan tradition. And then after 10 days, my master, who was a Tibetan master, Lama Aria Drolma, came to give us Diksha of 10 days, a lot of compassion, Karnataka taste for them. And then I started going to the monastery. And then when I started going to the monastery, they had a 3.5 years of tea program, which is a traditional Tibetan or Sweet program, which I joined. And then I left the other side of the world. And of course, it's been very, very challenging because, the retreat itself is extremely challenging. But my belief blessing was there, and I was confident with that. Something internally said, do it. So I left my job, I left everything, gave away my clothes, my shoes, my handbags. That was a difficult thing to do. And then joined the nothing to do.
So how practical do you find the Buddha Dhammas?
So when I started going to the monastery and listening to the teachings of the Tibetan Buddhism, this is, I think, it is a great blessing to have the teachings, because when you enter the Tibetan Buddhist monastery, immediately you start the course meditation, and then the teachings of emptiness, change is the reality. But all these teachings and the chanting, they have done an amazing job of keeping it very, very pristine condition. And the idea of those all studies and chanting and the practice is for you to be enlightened. So they have the whole thing contained in a very pristine way. As I mentioned, the teaching of emptiness, they have the Heart Sutra, they have all this. Good to see you. I hope I mentioned something about it. Thank you. So
again, you can.
Yes, sir. So I was so grateful to meet my master, my Tibetan master, and I started going to the monastery, listening to all the teachings. And so the Tibetan Buddhism is in pristine condition. But this was the lineage is very important. So I belong to the Coorg lineage, and the first of the teachers was the Indian masters, Naropa. From Naropa, it went to Marpa, the Tibetan tradition. Marpa was a translator, so he would come from Tibet with great difficulties and, come to India, to Nalanda, and all over India, where there were hundreds of teachers. He gathered all the teachings, kept it in pristine condition, and went back to Tibet. They practiced it, and his student was Milarepa, one of the greatest masters in the Tibetan tradition. And then Milarepa, and they went to Gampopa, the teachings. Gampopa is Karmapa, and this Karmapa is the living lineage that exists even today. So to receive these highest teachings from the masters who went there and gave teachings, so then really has it very pristine, and where you can practice and become fully enlightened in the Vajrayana practice as well. Mahayana, Vajrayana, and K.
My last question is, India is the mother of Buddha Dharma. And Buddhism has played a significant role in India's soft power strategy and foreign policy. So, what more can be done?
India is the land of Buddha. So, a lot of people often say, Buddhism is declining in India. It can never decline when it gave birth. When it gave birth, it has spread to the entire world. If you come to New York, if you go to Europe, everywhere, Asia, South Asia. So, Buddhism, what these achieved I truly think, and in Buddhism, there's a very important phrase where we are all interconnected. And these teachings, and now that we have an amazing organization like the International Buddhist Confederation working closely with the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, and they are able to set this amazing summit, the first Asian summit. Look at all the collective cultures that it has brought through, like the Buddhist tradition, let it be Vietnamese Buddhist tradition, Japanese Buddhist tradition, Korean Buddhist tradition, the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. It is all over India. And that is what we need to revive, make it a lifestyle, like what it was during the Renaissance of Buddhism. And what happens again? We all school night. Because we all interconnect. That is my heartfelt wish, and I truly feel one day, all the masters are here, teaching in pristine condition, And my wish is that we will once again, in everybody's heart and mind, we have all the Buddha teaching reviving it.
Good, ma'am. And
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I'm so grateful. Thank you for your patience.